Hello, it is me, it is I. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wendy Ivy Martinez, also known as the Geek Goddess here on YouTube. Today we are going to be talking about some summer 5-star predictions. I've got my shirt to match my vibe. And we're going to be talking about some books that I'm going to be reading over the course of this summer that I think will be 5-star predictions. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one is one that I am actually reading right now, and I'm having a hella good time with it, and that is Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. I'm reading this for a reading vlog that I'm going to have coming out in July, where I read booktubers' favorite standalones, and this one was one of Riley Marie's favorite standalones, so I picked it up and I love this. And this, we are following our main character, and our main character is Bennett. Now, Bennett grew up with a pirate father and a noble mother, and when she was only 14 she went through a really bad tragedy when she saw her father being hanged, and also her mother unalive herself because she couldn't live without her father. So she gets taken in by this pirate group, and when she becomes of age she actually becomes captain of the pirates. And now, being captain of the pirates, she goes on all these cool, amazing pirate adventures, and she ends up falling in love with a man. And he ends up basically cheating on her, and she leaves him. And he ends up making his way back to her and like desperately wanting her back. But then she gets taken into custody by this like Navy ship, and I have a feeling that it's going to be kind of like a love triangle situation, and I have been in the mood for pirates, ocean, and love triangles, and this is giving me all those vibes. So I feel like this is going to be a 5-star. I am 130 something pages in, and this is already feeling like a 5-star for me. Like, I am having a fantastic, amazing time with this, and I am excited to finish it up because this is already looking like a 5-star. The next book that I want to read over the course of the summer is a horror novel, and that is Dead 11 by Jimmy Giuliano. Every time I pick this book up, I get little giggles. I get little like, I don't know why. There's something about this that like gives me good vibes, that I just feel like this is like, that has to mean it's gonna be a 5-star, right? Doesn't that mean that it has to be a 5-star if I'm feeling like all like giddy and like almost as if I have a crush on this book? You know what I mean? You know, those little like giggles? That's what I feel with this book. And in this one, you're following our main character, and our main character, what is her name? Willow. Not Winifred. Willow. Willow's son goes missing, right? Or Willow's son dies or something like that. He's like unalived. And so her son writes this like ominous message about this like island named Clifford Island. And so Willow goes to Clifford Island to investigate and figure out what exactly happened to her son. So this town, this island, Clifford Island, is really weird because everyone seems to be stuck in like the 90s, okay? And yes, that seems awesome. That seems fine and dandy, and I would love to go to an island where I can feel like I'm stuck in the 90s because like nostalgia vibes. But this town is just really weird, okay? They seem to be reliving a specific day almost in the 90s. Like they're rewatching the O.J. Simpson trial over and over and over and over again. And then pretty soon, Willow too goes missing, okay? But then Willow's brother goes to go find Willow in Clifford Island and figure out what exactly is going on. And when he figures it out, it's something very dark, a lot darker than he had thought it was going to be. However, the people behind it are not about to let this man leave this island innocently without, you know, any repercussions. So that is this one. I really want to get to it. Hopefully, I want to do like a reading vlog where I read books with VHS tapes on it, because that seems to be like a vibe. I seem to really like books with VHS tapes on the cover, and so I might be doing a reading vlog for that. Yeah, because I think I have like 3 books now that have VHS tapes on it, so that might be a thing. So that is Dead Island by Jimmy Giuliano. Next, we have a Dark Academia that I am going to be reading for a vlog that I'm not going to actually be, that's actually not going to come out until like the end of August or beginning of September, and that is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This is going to be one of my first Dark Academia books. I want to do a whole reading vlog where I read Dark Academia for the very first time. If We Were Villains, this one I believe follows a villain story, or it's one of those books that like really messes with your mind, almost like a thriller mystery but dark academia setting. And I like books that really mess with your mind, and I like books that follow villainous characters or characters that we see become villains, you know, like villain origin stories. Like, that's my vibe. So I feel like I would really enjoy this book. So again, that is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. And I don't know. I have a feeling. I just have a feeling. Next book is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This is a book that like has almost been compared to like Fourth Wing as like the next Fourth Wing, because like, you know, when Fourth Wing came out, it just got so big that it got published so fast, and then everybody and their moms were like reading it. Now this became a national bestseller pretty much overnight as well, and so it was published, and I'm excited to read this. Every time I read the synopsis, I have no effing idea what the plot is. Like, it makes no sense to me. It's about like dragons. Okay, that's all I know. It's about dragons and maybe like a dragon war. The synopsis is confusing. It's just confusing to me. But okay, like it's a dragon war, or there's dragons in it. There's dragons in it, and I know that the main character is like compared to like Violet, as in like she's a badass female main character, but even more badass than Violet. So I'm all for that. This one I heard has no spice. However, I just want to read it. I just want to read it because it's being so compared to Fourth Wing, and Fourth Wing is literally like my favorite book of all time. So if it's anything like that book, then I'm gonna love it. I know it's gonna be my vibe. So, and this one is a chunker. Like, this one be scaring me, okay? But that's When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. Next is a book that I've been wanting to read for a while now, and I just cannot find when I'm going to read it, just because I have so many like reading vlogs and other videos that I want to do. But that is Butcher and Blackbird by Brianne Weaver. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you guys may know that female serial unaliver is my vibe, okay? Good for her. Serial unalivers are my vibe. Dark romances, but dark romance with serial unalivers, that's my jam. That is my jam. And so this one follows 2 serial unalivers, and it's like a dark comedy, dark romance. And we are following these 2 characters, these 2 serial unalivers, and they basically like have this like competition where they meet up every single year to unalive the same person, and I believe they unalive other serial unalivers. Every single year they have this competition, and they like have like this banter, and whoever wins, whoever like unalives that person first is like the winner for that year, and slowly but surely they begin to fall in love. And I don't know, I really just feel like this is gonna be my vibe. I'm not sure if this is a summer book, but I want to read it during summer, so we'll see. Next is The Ever King by L.J. Andrews. Last but certainly, no, not last, second to last is The Ever King by L.J. Andrews. In this one, we are following 2 characters. We are following Eric, who is basically trapped by this like woman in something called like the Ever, or he was trapped by like this woman's dad in something called like the Ever or something like that. He was trapped by this woman's dad, and she accidentally sets him free. But as kids, they were like besties. They were best friends, even though he was like a pirate, a captured pirate or whatever. And she was, you know, the captain or whatever, his daughter. But then they get older and then she learns to despise him and not like him. However, he ends up trapping her for ransom or something to hold it against like her dad. And he's a pirate, I believe. So this is a pirate stabby romance. It has pictures in here, which I love this. Okay, like he reminds me of Peter Pan, and that makes my inner child very happy. Okay, that makes my inner child so happy. So like I said, I am feeling the pirate vibes desperately. And then the last book that I have on this list that I personally think it's going to be a 5-star is Spark of the Everflame. I'll put it over here. Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. This one is coming in today. It's actually not here yet. I was hoping that it would get here before I filmed this video, but it's still not here. It's still on its way, so I can't present you the physical copy. All I know is that this is a fantasy romance, a romantasy, okay, adult romantasy, or new adult romantasy that follows a love triangle, and again, that is my jam. That is what I want to read during the summer. So in this one, it says, when old secrets catch fire, everything will burn. In a mortal world colonized by the gods and ruled by the descended, their cruel offspring, Diem Bellator yearns to escape the insular life of her poor village, her mother's sudden disappearance, and the discovery of a dangerous secret about her past. Offer Diem an unexpected opportunity to enter the dark world of the descended royalty and unlock the web of mysteries her mother left behind. With her dying king's handsome, mysterious heir watching her every move and a ruthless mortal alliance recruiting her to join the growing civil war, Diem will have to navigate the unwritten rules of love, power, and politics in order to save her family and all of mankind. Spark of the Everflame is the first book in the Kindred Curse saga, a 4-book fantasy romance series. This slow burn enemies to lovers epic is perfect for lovers of magic, dragons, angst, and banter, and will appeal to fans of books like A Court of Thorn and Roses, From Blood and Ash, Guild and the Serpent and the Wings of Night. I'm actually reading Blood and Ash now, and the synopsis does sound very similar to that. However, I'm not having like the greatest time with From Blood and Ash, so we shall see. But I do have high hopes for this one, and so I will be reading this one over the course of the summer. Other than that, I want to try out Abby Jimenez's books, so I have a feeling at least one of the Abby Jimenez books that I plan on reading, so either Part of Your World, Yours Truly, or Just for the Summer is going to be a 5-star. One of those, if not all of those, just because I'm not a romance, like regular romance reader anymore, but I heard that her books have more depth than just like simple fluffy romance, so I'm hoping, I think that it's gonna hit for me. So that is it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell to be notified when I post. I usually post 2 to 3 times a week. And yes, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!